You're now listening to No Gimmicks.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the No Gimmicks podcast here on the DFPN. You know what it is. We're back. MPX Cold Day in Hell tonight, building towards the Texas Rumble. And shout out to everybody that followed the post and shared that post of us announcing the Texas Rumble and the location. Much love. Thank you guys for sharing that. And thank you to MPX for allowing us to do that. That was really awesome. So very much appreciate it. But before we get there, we got to stop tonight. A lot of stakes are high tonight at MPX Cold Day in Hell. I love these types of events because weekly it just feels like it's magnifying and we're now at the boiling point. But joining us tonight, if you paid attention to what we have going on throughout the week, the majority of Set 6 was in studio, even some former members that has some spicy things to say. More on that. But joining us tonight is the man responsible for Set 6. Pick your heads up, goofies. It is none other than the problem child himself. Man, welcome to the show. Thank you for your time.
Thank y'all for having me. I really, really appreciate this. I've been waiting for this one.
Me too, man. Me too. And let's just jump right into it because I gotta follow up LVJ, and I want to get your perspective on this. We had him in studio and we asked him point blank, period. Why did you make the decision you make? And you know, he gave us an explanation, but from your perspective, did you think LVJ was a perfect fit for Set 6? Because I tend to think so.
I'm gonna choose my words carefully with this one because I've known LVJ for a while. I've known LVJ since he started wrestling. We went to the same training school. He graduated after me, so it's like that brother kinship I got with TJ, Levi, and Demo also. So I can honestly say no, because if y'all remember, he was one of the people before this all started. I told him, come with me. There's something in the works I know you can be a part of. He told me no once. When we got in the ring, handed him a mask and be like, hey, there's still room on this ship before it takes off. He spit in my face. After that, constantly got jumped. I put him through a wall at MPX. All of a sudden now he got some act right and want to join Set 6 when Demo ain't there, I'm not there, TJ not there, Levi not there, Reason not there. The only person who gave him the green light was Jamie. So
that's interesting.
So he never had the heart for it until all of a sudden ain't nobody there to correct him on his stuff.
That's an interesting comment that you made. Very interesting comment. But it just seemed like, yeah, you're right in the grand scheme of things, and that's something I really didn't pay attention to, right? And the fallout now, but you kind of got your leg back out of it. You have the MPX Addicts title. And I want to talk about that too, because you've kind of made the transition too, from hated in the crowd to now the MPX Addicts love you. What does that feel like? Because it's not something that you necessarily asked for. It just happened. So how does that feel switching from the hate to seeing the love? What does that feel like?
It's different. I'm not gonna lie. It's different. When I first came to MPX, I didn't care who liked me. I didn't care who hated me. I cared about what's the money Jamie promised me gonna hit my account, and it always did. So the fact that if somebody hated me or not didn't bother me, didn't mean anything to me. But JD swore up and down like I was letting the fans get in my head. I don't. No offense to the MPX addicts, I appreciate y'all for y'all support, but at the end of the day, I didn't care if y'all cheered for me or not. I cared about somebody being fake in front of my face and playing with me. I don't care who you are. I don't care how many titles you won. You play with me, there's going to be repercussions. It just so happened the addicts like me crashing out.
The addicts really do love a crash out, man. And I love them for it. JJ, what you got?
Yeah, no, man. I'm gonna piggyback on what you were just saying because I remember being one of those addicts that when Man first hit the scene, it was like, oh hell, who is this guy? You know, getting into it front row sometimes with you. I don't know if you remember those or not, but those were fun. And over time, seeing that transformation, not just your talent, but your dedication to the craft, your move set, your attitude, your mic work, everything kind of just grew over time, and now we're here. It's full circle, and I said it on the show maybe a month ago with Kelvin. Like, it's man's time. Somebody got to put a rocket on his back, put a belt on him, because he's put the time in and deserves it. So from one addict that used to hate you to supporting you, I'm happy you're here, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. I really do appreciate that.
Yes, sir,
Absolutely.
man. And
Absolutely.
piggybacking on the LVJ talk, because LVJ said we baited him. That's to each their own. But I'm gonna ask you this question: going into Cold Day in Hell, one of those shows that was just a Saturday routine, now it seems to be its own Power Five show at MPX. How does that feel for you, knowing that you're gonna defend the Addicts title, not against LVJ? But against the Tommy Becker. How you feeling?
Tommy Becker is one of the people I need to get my lick back on. I know people people may not feel like I have anything against Tommy Becker. I really do, because when I first started, Tommy was one of the first guys to beat me. So I ain't forget. Like, it just so happens this match fell in my lap. And then on top of that, Cavins will always be my boy. Cavins and me always will have that kinship. So the fact that you try to take out one of my best friends also, bro, I gotta put you in a body bag. Like, I know what you coming for. You gonna come for my ankle. Cool. I only do headshots. So when you land on your head and you wake up the next morning still not the Addicts champion, you'll know why.
Where does that come from, man? The need to not necessarily get your lick back, but to prove yourself. Where does that come from? Because you have a very you have a very boisterous presentation about you, but it's also a very underdog. I don't know how to explain that. It's like you like right in the middle. It's like you are loud and present, but also you very much fit the description of what an underdog someone would want to cheer for, which is why I think the addicts really do love you. Where does that come from?
I've always grew up as the middle child of my family. So I had an older brother. So like I've never had to really worry about fighting someone bigger than me, but growing up fighting him, if I know I can whoop the dude that's twice my size, y'all mean nothing to me. Y'all, like, I was willing to hurt my own flesh and blood. I don't know y'all. I will bury one of y'all to get a win. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care what your moveset is, what skills you have outside of the ring. When you in that ring with me, you fighting for your life. Because if you do beat me, you're never going to fight me again either way. So my size and my way to go about it and just knowing I'm better than you, that's just how I live my life. And it's always going to be that. Like, I don't care who you are. I'm not scared of nobody to get in that ring with and throw their hands with. A friendly fade is a friendly fade.
Love that. JJ?
Yeah, no, I respect that. And it's funny that you said those exact words because we can go back and the addicts can go back on the MPX YouTube channel and look at some of your most recent matches, more specifically with JD, with LVJ. You literally took them to the very end of whatever they had and you gave them A plus, your best shot. They gave it to you, and the crowd was still wanting more. You were still scrapping and wanting more. So seeing that growth that you have, it's incredible. Seeing that fight that you have is incredible. And for me, tonight, I know, well, Kelvin may change his mind. We may do predictions. I don't know. But I think the Tommy Becker is in some serious danger tonight, having to be across that ring from you, man.
Absolutely.
I really do think tonight is it's already building up to be a big night for set 6. It's also an important night for set 6. How do you view tonight? I'm going to ask you this simply because Riza came on and she had something to say about the results of tonight. Where do you see set 6 after tonight?
After tonight, I believe set 6 only has to worry about getting the tag team titles after tonight. That's my honest to God truth, I believe, because Riza, like she said, she was not fully into the Abaddon match. I could tell it on her face. It was like she was worried about all of us. That's why I didn't even go to the Who Runs the World show. I went to another booking to make sure she doesn't have to worry about me at least and TJ. So I really do feel like she's got this one. She doesn't need us. She doesn't have to have us have her back. She knows what she needs to do to Abaddon. And for Demo, you've already beat Tatum Manning. You've already beat my boy Cavins. You've already beat JD. It's just another night. It just so happens it got to be 3 goofies instead of 1. And like I said, me and Tommy, headshots. Only headshots.
I definitely dig that. And I got to ask you about one more person, and it has to come from you. I've been holding off this question specifically for you because I know you're gonna keep it all the way a buck with me. Jamie Aller. Your thoughts on him, because you said something interesting earlier. Your thoughts of him as a manager. Outside looking in, it's a tough question, but outside looking in, has Jamie been putting set 6 in the forefront like you need him to be?
Yes. Jamie's always had our backs. Jamie, once set 6 became a thing, it wasn't just Demo he was coming out to manage. He had me and TJ's back when we were the tag team. He had Levi's back when Levi was in the position I'm in. He had Riza back from the beginning, even like causing problems in his own marriage just to make sure set 6 was good. Like, that's the sacrifice JD was putting in. It was only fair that we pay him back with titles. And we all did that. We all won titles. It wasn't at the same time like we wanted, but we all won titles. But now JD is more of a weapon than he was originally, because not only is it him behind us, it's the Addicts fans behind us. And with having both of that behind you, it's a dangerous mixture. Y'all saw it last week when I was going against LVJ. Just because y'all think y'all know everything, we got a dude who's been here for a long time.
Absolutely.
That is true.
You got a playbook thicker than anybody. You ain't finna mess with this up.
Absolutely. And that's why I wanted to ask you specifically. I know you're going to keep it a buck. And outside looking in, I don't know if I've seen him as much as I used to. Maybe that's a planning thing. Again, I'm not there. You guys are. Maybe that's a planning thing, but we haven't seen Jamie as much as we used to and involved as we used to. So I had to make sure I get that and cover that basis. JJ, anything?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna ask about the elephant in the room. Since we're talking about big names, we're talking about big night, cold day in hell. How are you feeling with this whole shot caller thing going on? Because it's the reincarnation of excellence. It's Kari Wright. Kari's got a history with a lot of people on that card, and the unpredictability of the shot caller. It could be during the exclusive match. It could be during your match. It could be during the main event. It could be during the women's match. We really don't know. But what are your thoughts? How are you feeling knowing that a guy like Kari is going to be ringside and ready to strike?
Set Six has made a lot of enemies, but Set Six ain't the only one with enemies. So I honestly feel like Kari's gonna do what Kari wants. Now, do I feel like he might hit one of us? Maybe, but at the same time, Tommy tried to take him out not too long ago. I'm pretty sure Kari doesn't like JD. Pretty sure Kari doesn't like Tatum Manning. Pretty sure Kari can hit anybody he wants, but more likely, I doubt it. He's gonna come after Set Six. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want them problems again. It's not a threat. It's just history speaks for itself, dude. It was one of you, and it was how many of us again? Wisely, just saying.
Yeah.
Fair point. Speaking of which, I got to ask you about this guy because he's in the chat. JD Griffy.
Oh boy.
I got to ask you about him, bro. I got to ask you about him.
Okay.
Him and Set Six, thoughts on him leaving and taking LVJ with him?
He was never in Set Six.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Point blank, period. I said it from day one when he was managing me against Jesse Funaki, which I lost because he was there. Let's not forget that. JD was never part of Set Six. We want to say LVJ, all right, cool, because, like I said, I gave LVJ multiple chances. So it ain't like LVJ was never considered. JD, absolutely not. I can smell a phony, a goofy, a pretender a mile away. JD's energy told me everything I needed to know. Great. You're a former MPX champion. You're a former superstar here and everything. You still fake. You ain't put no work in. You came in to ride the high after the year we had. I don't care about what you did do. I'm more about what you're gonna do or what can you do.
That is fair. That is absolutely fair.
I love that.
To not be biased, because we will be accused of being biased, to not be biased, it seemed that way. Looking at the dynamic of the group, it seemed that way. And it seemed like you were right in your feelings because JD is no longer around the group and he has LVJ. That seems to be the play. But I want to ask you about coming up for 2026. Two things, right? We got the Texas Rumble and we have the prospect title. We know that you're an Addicts. We know that you're an Addicts champion. We know that we know that you're an Addicts champion, but we do know the path to gold is there. Is that something that you're looking forward to? You have the Texas Rumble and you have that prospect title, or is it you just want to prove that you can be a great Addicts champion until the Texas Rumble and then try to compete in that?
Since when is it bad to have two titles?
It's never.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. So me and Demo already had an agreement before he got his title match no matter what, if somehow JD makes it out, if by a miracle JD makes it out, I still need to get my lick back. I don't care that I got one match and I lost that prospect title match. If I have to go through that rumble and throw 30 people over the top rope just to get to you while I have this Addicts title, I will. If I have to get the prospect title, defend it 4 times, and then come to you, I will. Either way, JD, you owe me. Like, I don't care if you have your butler. I don't care if you have LVJ. I don't care if you have the National Guard. I don't care if the president gives you his security. I'm going to get that lick back. This Addicts title was just to prove a point to LVJ. But what I do to you, you're going to wish Demo, Tatum, Cavens, anybody that stood in your way, even Brick, you're going to wish you'd rather be in the ring with Brick than me, because I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to make sure you learn the lesson that you've been waiting for so long. And is that money cannot protect you from anything.
Strong words. Strong words. Hold on, because I got to tell you what his response is before you started talking. And he said, I slept you. They don't want to acknowledge it. I was the Justin Timberlake. Wow. Omarion, David Ruffin, Cisco. I was just bigger than the group and had to make a business decision. That's crazy. Whoa. And he's talking spicy today.
JD, I would like to remind you that I see you a lot more than you see me. Like, just remember, I see you a lot more you see me. I genuinely hope you're prepared for everything you are causing right now. Because when we did it, when we were just taking people out, we knew what was coming back with it, and we were never scared. You, on the other hand, how many times have you dipped out in the back? How many times you threw somebody in front of you just to make sure you make it out alive? I chased you while you was in the car.
There's video evidence of that, by the way.
Yeah, there is.
Bruh, I'm no disrespect to nobody. I'm not a Texas dude. I'm going to hurt you when I get my hands on you still. So keep that title warm, because you better hope Demo gets you before I do.
JJ, because JD's in the chat talking really spicy right now.
You know what? Only because JD is here, and you know my background. I like stirring the pot. It's the ignorance that I have in me. I'm gonna ask this question because I asked LVJ. So man, I'm gonna ask you. When LVJ decided to step out and 10 toes down, align himself with JD, they think they're in charge. We've seen it over the past few weeks. LVJ has been losing a lot, and there's been some tension, some body language, some eyes, some faces, whatever, to seem like they're not right as rain. You being a former member of everybody in there, and you being in the back with them, would you agree that it seems to be some problems between LVJ and JD Griffy?
I hope he's still in the chat. I hope he's still in the chat.
I don't care. To be honest with you, I don't care about other people's relationships. I don't care about their marriage quarrel or anything like that. If they got their own problems, go to counseling. Go see a therapist. This is wrestling. You get in and you fight. So the fact that LVJ is having his little temper tantrums right now with JD, that's between them. I have nothing to do with that. All I care about is hurting them both. So it just so happens if both of them break up, that's a win, I guess. But it's not my problem.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. No bias here, but that I love it. I had to ask.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair question. But again, he's saying he's giving you props. Actually, So you still got hands. I will credit you that, but I still beat you. Wow. You were my 4th prospect defense. I wouldn't be here without you. Wow.
You know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. So I'm going to kind of take the blame that you are where you are right now. I'll take the blame for that. But just know you are the reason why I knew I could beat LBJ. Let's not forget.
I like that.
You hit me in the back when I had him pinned to make sure he kept that title. What happened when you weren't there?
Fair enough.
You're going to talk.
Fair.
I'm a lot of things, but I ain't a liar. I'm just saying.
These get better every single time we do
Every
them.
time,
I am
bro.
here for it. I don't know where we go from here other than Cold Day in Hell tonight at MPX. If you haven't gotten your tickets, please get your tickets. Go support. Go out there. Enjoy the show. And if you can't make it, like I can't because I have a gig tonight, I hate I'm going to miss it.
I'm going. I'm
tuning in on Twitch, man. I'm tuning in.
I will be in the building tonight. These things have me in the building. I'm in the building. He said, "You better take that back." Don't take it back. Stand on business, bro. Stand on business. Stand on business. I like it because tonight, like I said earlier, it's reached a boiling point with everybody on the card tonight. And tonight just feels like it's going to be a beautifully violent night. And I'm definitely here for that. So get your guys' tickets, mpxwrestling.com, 510 Harwood Road. If you can't be there, twitch.tv/Metroplex Wrestling. Please get this. And shout out to everybody. Shout out to you too, JD, that went to Dayton and was on that Wrestling Revolver card. Shout out to everybody. I just watched that last night. Banger of an event. Congratulations to all the MPX wrestlers that went up there and performed. Much respect. And I'm looking forward to tonight. JJ, any last words?
Nothing that I can think of, man. But again, man, thank you for taking the time out, dog. I wish you nothing but the best tonight with Tommy Becker. And then after you get through with Tommy Becker, I will be watching closely because I'm ready to see that fade you got waiting on JD. So
we got to have you back. I know it's inevitable, so we got to have you back on the show to talk about what we talked about today because I know it's coming. It's inevitable, but when it happens, the door's open, bro. Come talk about it. Talk about it. Any last words? Let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, my Instagram is man.773. On Facebook, it's just man. Twitter, I really don't be on there like that. I don't remember my my account name on Twitter because I don't be on there like that. I will share it on all my social media. Bookers DM me. I respond back right away. I'm not scared of nobody. So whoever y'all got out there for me that want it, come get it. Also, Reza ain't bully me to do no moonsault. I'm tired of everybody with this line. Ain't nobody bully me to do anything. I just so happen to decide I want to do it. I could have been do this. Ain't nobody bullying me.
I was saving that. Thank you. Because she told me to ask you that.
Technically, she ain't the one that bullied me. I think, but
But you did it. That's all that matters. You did it.
Hey, I can do moves when I want to. Just pay me more cool stuff.
That's awesome, man. But that's going to do it for us today. Come out tonight, guys. If you can't remember, twitch.tv/Metroplex Wrestling. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, y'all know what it is. Be safe. Take care of each other. Enjoy what you're going to enjoy. Peace.
Peace.
And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmicks.